snap. Ta-da.
We've made it to the 6th episode of Taskmaster. My name is Jeremy Wells, and as far as you're all concerned, I am the Taskmaster. Sitting before me today are 5 widely beloved comedians who have spent the last few months completing a series of tasks to find out who is the most widely beloved by me. We're just over halfway to finding out who will be crowned the champion of Taskmaster Season 2 and become the proud owner of my head in golden statue form. Our contestants, as per usual, are David Correos, Guy Montgomery, Laura Daniel, Matt Heath, and Ursula Carlson. And beside me is the 2014 TV Guide's sexiest man on television, brother. My fearless admin fiend of an assistant, Paul Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Jeremy. I was thinking recently that obviously there's a lot of fans out there, so I thought I would start selling some merch. So if anyone's keen, I've got, this is a Taylor Swift T-shirt. This one's Jay-Z. And I've got a white ABBA. So, I mean, I'll be around after the show, if anyone's keen.
Fantastic. Let's start with the most important meal of the day, our prize task. What can we expect tonight, Paul?
Our prize task this week, Jeremy, is the 2 most different things. Yes, each contestant has brought in the 2 things that they deem to be the most different. The person with the most different things will get 5 points, and whoever has the most points at the end of the episode will get to take home all 10 different things.
I love me a bit of juxtaposition. Let's start with my pal Ursula Carlson.
Yes, I have tofu and biltong.
Tofu and biltong.
One is amazing and one is tofu.
OK. We've asked you to bring in 2 different things there, Ursula.
Yeah.
And I don't want to nickel and dime you on this so early on in this particular episode, but they are both foods.
Listen, if we had a vegan here on this stage and I said to them, just tuck in, it's basically the same. They go, fuck no, it is not. So those are 2 vastly different things.
Are you vegan, Jeremy?
No.
So was there any difference?
No. They're both disgusting. Guy, what did you bring in?
I brought in 2 things that are so different, there's actually quite a popular idiom named after them. I brought in chalk and cheese.
Wow, chalk and cheese. So true.
So one of them is chalk, and the other one is cheese.
Both edible?
I've eaten chalk.
Yeah,
She's correct.
that's right.
Because David eats something, it doesn't make it food.
I myself have eaten some chalk.
And because Ursula eats something, the same rule applies.
Matt.
Well, Jeremy, a couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to visit a part of the country and I borrowed something from that part of the country. And then 2 weekends ago, I had an opportunity to go to the Bluff Oyster Shucking Festival and I got an opportunity to borrow the other thing that referenced the thing, and I think it's best if I just show them.
2 signs. 2 yellow signs with black font.
Very different, because you read what's on them. One is Cape Reinga, and the other one is Bluff. So in the very different parts of the country.
2 New Zealand towns.
Yeah. In my defence, and you see this a lot in the show, I didn't really read the task.
That's a great defence, Matt.
I looked at it once, and then in my head, instead of different, I read opposite.
Famously, the opposite of a yellow sign with black sans serif font on it is another yellow sign with black sans serif font in it.
Paul,
Yes.
what's the opposite of bluff?
telling the truth.
All right, Laura,
Kia ora.
what did you bring in?
I brought in two very different things. I brought in the Treaty of Waitangi, and I also brought in the English translation of the Treaty of Waitangi. Big shout out to our National Library for letting me borrow this.
Can I just raise an issue here? You know how I was accused of bringing in two
Yeah.
two signs? Is it as different as chalk and cheese not helping out you? But
I mean, chemically, chalk and cheese is actually quite similar because it's a... But, you know,
Because why?
because you can eat both.
Yeah.
David, what did you bring in?
I had a formula. I started with an anchor item, and then I played word association, 3 pages, until I got to cinder block and custard.
If you play your cards right, we could have a new idiom on our hands here, David.
So how do you want to score this?
It's not easy because some people didn't quite understand the task completely. But I'll go 1 point for Laura.
What?
I go 2 points for Matt. I go 3 points for Ursula. The thing is, chalk and cheese to me and cinder block and custard, I think you're right. I think that's a new idiom, and I think that you've created it. So you get 5 points and you get 4 points, Guy.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's our first video-based task, Paul?
This task rocks, and it makes me want to cheer. It involves a rocking chair.
Ooh, this looks fun.
Ooh. Hello, Paul. Hello, Guy.
This looks like my mother's music group. I hated every one of those bitches.
Does it matter how I approach the task?
Fully up to you.
This show makes you incredibly wary of everything.
some kind of Salvador Dali painting or something, isn't it?
What are all these for?
Should I sit in this?
Fully up to you.
The floor is lava.
Okay, evacuate the items from the parachute.
While sitting in the rocking chair.
Once you sit down, your feet may not touch the parachute.
Most items removed wins.
You have 10 minutes. Your time starts now.
All right. I think I can do that.
Ah. Shit.
So, Laura, Matt and Guy, you guys all sat straight down in the rocking chair?
Yes.
Is that right?
Correct.
In hindsight, the thing to do is to not sit down, so you can rearrange your chair and the items. Obviously, hindsight is 2020. 2020, the eyesight rating, and not the year, which was universally panned.
This is bad news. This challenge nearly killed me and it didn't need to.
Are you only just clicking?
Who's evacuating things from a parachute first?
These guys are absolute sitters. It's Laura Daniel and Guy Montgomery.
The rocking, actually, which I previously so enjoyed for the novelty, really works against you in this task. That doesn't count because I was standing. I'm going to be pissed off when I watch the other people doing this and they've figured out a less physically exhausting way.
Oh, this is an uphill climb now.
Great day for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Woohoo!
Oh, you little fuck. Sorry to that table.
Oh no. There's a lot of items.
All right, mate.
What's his name?
Michael. He's a bad guy. He was in the Panama Papers.
Wow.
God, I hope there wasn't an easier way.
Oh, you little fuck. Oh.
That's a camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time.
So I'm imagining someone who read the task standing up, probably just relocated the chair and accumulated a bunch of shit around them. Got it off that way.
Who do you think that would be?
Literally anyone else, except probably David. I'd say David and I probably had similar methodology.
Am I missing something?
No?
What a weird task.
Okay. Yeah, can you see what's happened there, Laura?
I can see what you've done with camera trickery.
Is that camera trickery, Paul?
I'd say that's pretty standard, just camera recording. So in total, all the objects on the parachute, including the chair, there was 1,163. So Laura, yeah, she missed 3 Lego pieces, so 1,160.
That's not bad.
Okay, she's looking at me quite intensely.
What about Guy? Did he leave anything on the parachute?
He didn't, but he wasn't sitting when he got rid of all of the items.
Oh.
Laura had 1,160. If we exclude the things when Guy was not sitting,
Yep.
1,161.
Pretty good.
And are we counting Guy was still on the parachute?
No, I think Guy also left the parachute, I believe.
Well, in the VT, you were on it.
Yeah, I was very speedy, so I took
You
a
were
moment to
sitting
chill
there.
out and then I left. You'll notice I'm not in the parachute now.
Guy assumed that David would make the same mistake as him. Guy assumed wrong. David read the whole task standing up and was able to rearrange the chair and items as he saw fit. Here's him and Captain Two Signs, Matt Heath.
Oh, my time starts now. I should be on here now, shouldn't I? Is that what evacuate means? From the rocking chair.
All the information you need is in the task.
Okay, so my feet aren't allowed to touch the ground.
Careful.
Feet didn't touch the ground.
I know.
There must be an easier way to do this. Cramp! Cramp!
Oh,
Getting quite shag doing this.
No! Fuck! Oh, no! I'm done.
Oh man, their hand's all the way over there.
How was that?
How'd I do?
A couple of interesting techniques there, Matt. You decided that the best way was to lie the rocking chair flat for some particular reason. I'm not sure why.
I just like for speed and convenience. I feel like there's some bad news coming my way.
Well, how did Matt go in terms of the chair? You know, I mean, was the chair okay after that?
He damaged the chair slightly, but the main issue was you were supposed to be seated.
Of course.
In Matt's case, he got rid of all 1,163 things, but only 5 while seated.
This is an ongoing problem for me. Not reading the tasks.
How about David?
Similar story. He got rid of 1,163 items, but was standing for 1,156 of those. So 7 while sitting. 7, which is more than Matt by 2.
OK, so is there anyone else to have a look at?
There is one more person, and she is the lover of all things vegan. It's Ursula Carlson.
So I can move the chair, right?
Yeah.
All right. And I'll just get everything lined up. Can I take this home when we're done?
Yeah.
Just because I've got the torso. Boop. Paul, be a doll and bring that hammer for us.
The hammer?
Yeah. How much time have I got left?
You've got 6 minutes.
Oh, if I tip it, that's more stuff, right? Look at this. It's your social life. Play something for us, Paul.
I can't play the guitar.
Pretend. Make it something uplifting. It's not too hard. All right, how much time?
You've got just over 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Hooves. Ah. Paul, come give me the cricket bat, please.
Okay.
Good luck to us to clean this. This should come with a trigger warning for all parents.
2 minutes.
That was the reverse sweep.
Well played. 40 seconds.
I was happy with that, Paul.
Okay.
I left this for you so you can get hammered tonight.
Okay, thank you.
See you, mate.
See ya.
I mean, you have to say better technique,
Yes.
but you still left a lot of things on top of the parachute.
I looked at it and I thought, one of these guys are going to fuck up hard on this task. I'm okay as long as I don't come last. I don't need to win. I just don't need to embarrass my family.
How did Ursula go in then?
1,150. 13 items still on.
But certainly a lot less tired than the rest of you.
Oh, yeah, I felt great after that. When I was done, I went for a run. So...
Should we score that one, Paul?
1 point for Matt, 2 points for David, 3 points for Ursula, 4 points for Laura, and 5 points for Guy.
Very, very good. Now, Paul, I can't do maths as fast as your little computer can, so what are our episode scores looking like now?
In first place with 9 points, Guy Montgomery.
All right, Paul, reach into the depths of your mind palace and conjure me up another task, please.
Of course. It's time for another team task. Warning, this task contains explicit lyrics and also bullying.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Big old bowl of spaghetti, huh? Hi, Paul.
Ooh.
Mom's spaghetti. Okay, so this is like a rap situation.
Oh.
Where's the envelope? Oh, yeah.
You got it?
Oh, that's just inconvenient.
Paul,
Honestly.
you gonna just put it on the table?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Create a diss track about the members of the other team.
Best diss track wins.
You have 45 minutes.
Your time starts now.
I got beef with Matt Heath.
Whoop, whoop.
Matt, run him over like a cat.
David, you shouldn't run over.
Something like that?
I think let's make it COVID-friendly and less spitty.
Get Matt Heath, rapping with a shoelace. Have his body hanging from this tall place.
Oh, they're going to go hard on us because they know about music and stuff.
Fuck you!
Things we know about Laura. She was on 7 Sharp. Cakes.
Ugly
You
cake.
bake ugly
Yeah.
shit cakes.
Yeah.
This how flow goes. I'ma break your nose, break your teeth, bitch. Get out of my flow.
Can't wait to hear his Christmas song.
Montgomery, more like Mont. Goobery.
I'm gonna drown you in your own blood. Hold your face down in your own blood now.
Correos, Wi-Fi boy. We need all that Wi-Fi in the garage. What are you wanking in there, buddy?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they've got nothing on us. There's nothing.
Yeah,
We're
I mean,
untouchable.
We're fucking perfect.
So we know.
Good luck to them.
Oh, we should make fun of them for being old.
Yeah.
We should really bully them for being older than us.
Oh, do you think they put them together because combined their ages is the same as ours?
Surely they won't focus on that aspect of it.
Surely you wouldn't focus on that.
No.
No.
I'm less worried about the age. I am truly terrified to find out what David does here. Because if that's the practice...
I feel like you're going to be on a list somewhere.
David came up with a different freestyle of increasing intensity for every beat we sampled. A lot of it was unbroadcastable.
Matt Heath, stab him in the face, got a blood on the sheath.
Shit, man. We kept it respectful and we didn't go downstairs. We kept it clean and we kept it respectful. So I hope you guys did as well.
Yeah.
If anything, we sort of tried to bore you guys up.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty piss-weak diss track.
Well,
Did you read the task as compliment the other team?
No, we knew we could go really hard because we're wealthy and you're not.
What's on next, Paul Williams?
Our two teams are attempting to disrespect each other via the medium of rap music. Up first, our dynamic duo, Matt and Ursula.
There's just two of us.
Two.
They needed three of yours. You're coming last, we're gonna eat your ass.
Not me, not so much.
Let's go.
Laura! Not sharp enough for 7, eh? Jacinta got eye diarrhea from your ugly ass cake. Laura rhymes with Bora and Snorer. One fucks up your day, one fucks up your night.
There's just two of us. You three are puss. You've been surpassed, we're gonna eat your asses.
Not me so much, I'll have a biscuit. Guy Montgomery. More like Guy Uncomedy. Or Guy McFreckleface. Or SPF 70 Guy, because you're extremely pale.
Very pale.
Very pale.
Good looking though.
Very good looking.
Here we go. Final chorus.
There's just two of us. They needed three of yours. We're gonna put you in a cast and eat your ass.
Ass! Correos! Wi-Fi boy, more like wank man. Wanking in the kitchen, wanking in the lounge, wanking in your garage, wanking all over your shit signal.
Tried to catch it.
Yeah.
That was quite something.
Yeah.
Talk us through the thought process.
I don't think we should be talking about. You kept writing in, you're going to eat their asses.
it wasn't until after Ursula pointed out that eating their ass is... I thought it was like insulting you guys.
You did make history. This song set a record for the most ass-eating threats in a rap song.
Yeah, boy.
We kept it clean and we kept it respectful.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys do us the courtesy.
Yes.
You'll be devastated to find out, Matt, that not only do we not offer to eat your ass, but we don't even offer our own assholes for consumption.
Once again, that was a misunderstanding from me.
OK, are we ready for a return of serve? I'm excited to see if David will deliver on his promise to literally murder both of them in multiple ways.
Let's find out. Here's David, Guy and Laura, who prefer to be known collectively by their rap group name, which you'll soon find out.
So you take it all at the top.
Introduce it.
Maybe boomers, maybe?
We're called baby boomers.
Maybe boomers.
Maybe boomers, yeah. We're called the. Hello, this is our rap group, the Three Friends.
The Three Friends.
And this is our track that's going out to Matt Heath and Ursula Carlson. Fuck you guys.
Yes, you've been warned.
You guys.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
you've been warned. Yes, you've been warned.
You've been warned. Okay.
Hit it.
Matt and inertia, Matt Nursler. Never met any old fuckers worse than you. Matt Heath, you got bad teeth, yeah, sticky and you're icky like an OU sheath. You don't play Neo on the radio, but you should, cause Neo's real fucking good.
Yeah. Oh, Ursula Carlson. Never seen a TV show you didn't star in. Guess what? It's pissing me off. Whenever you open your mouth, I'd rather hear somebody cough. And I don't like coughs. They sound real bad to me.
You may be baby boomers cause you're sagging in appearance. You're older than us, but you're younger than our parents.
What a fucking crazy age. You're more famous than us, but we're on the same wage.
Hopefully.
Matt Nursler, I'ma break your face just in case you don't know your place. Head on my foot while I spray you with mace. Ha ha! Split you like banana. Ha ha! Better call your mama. I know you old. I'ma break your bones. I know you're old. I know. Drink more milk, bitch.
You baby boomers cause you're sagging in appearance. You're older than us, but you're younger than our parents.
Yeah, what a fucking crazy age. More famous than us, but we're on the same wage. Hopefully.
I'ma kill both of you. Right in the eyes. Not boom, boom.
That was lovely. Thanks, guys. That was really lovely.
I felt so guilty after making that. I emailed the producers to try not get that aired. They said no. So as an apology, I'm so sorry. Here you guys go.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Meat packs, I love it. Meat packs.
Oh,
So sorry.
that's lovely.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, honestly, you should have brought us milk, bitch.
Yeah.
The three friends also assumed that they were on the same wage, so I thought on the count of three we could all say our wage.
Look, I mean, let's not get into that. Just give them the points. We'll go back to the beach house and think about it.
Jeremy, how are we going to score this?
Well, it's quite difficult, actually, because clearly David, Guy and Laura's rap was a better rap. There was an issue there, and it's like it's a lesser-known ism, but ageism, just like racism and sexism, is an ism. And for a man approaching his 50s, it's a more relevant ism by the day. And so I'm going to have to take a point off you for that, because I was going to give you 5 and I was going to give you guys 2, but now I'm going to go 4 for you guys and 2 for you guys.
Yeah.
Simple.
We're happy with that.
Well, we'll take that.
All right, like all great hip-hop feuds, this was settled with a lovely hamper. Thanks very much, David. That's impressive. What now, Paul?
Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Sorry, I'll just... Hello? Okay, I'll tell them. They say it's time for another task. Sorry, what was that? Why am I pretending to be on the phone? I just thought it would be a good way to throw into the next task. Yeah, no, I know I was wrong. Yeah, I can feel that now. I'm kind of stuck in this bit, though. Okay, I'm just gonna start the task. Okay, right now.
I spy a burner phone.
I'm not going to murder anyone, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh.
Keep this phone with you at all times.
Await further instructions. Flash phone.
Feel like I'm nailing it so far.
Do I need to charge it?
I'm gonna go, and if you need me, you know how to contact me.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi. What's up?
You're still here.
Yeah.
You can go home if you want.
Can I?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, the instructions might be a while.
Okay. See you later.
Thank you, David.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Right. I mean, did you guys take your phones everywhere you went for all that time?
Everywhere.
It was a tremendous pain in the arse.
Yeah.
So you have to keep it charged all the time?
I got accused of selling drugs multiple times because I was running a burner. That consumed me, that phone. I'd leave the house, I'd drive down the road, I'd come back to get the phone. I kept it on me for 2 months, every freaking second.
Yeah.
It was never out of charge.
Did you get those like weird notification text as well?
Yeah, and it'd be like just something random thing from the phone company saying bling, and you're like, ah!
Like, oh, I missed it.
So just over 2 months ago, they were all given these phones, and while they were just living their own lives, one Friday afternoon, I sent them this text. Join this video chat. HTTP, it's a link, there's a link. You must be dressed as Abraham Lincoln. Also, you must pretend to be Abraham Lincoln. First to arrive wins. Your time starts now.
Right. Dress as Abraham Lincoln. So who had an Abraham Lincoln costume?
You wouldn't believe my bad luck. I spend, the middle part of every day in my Abe Lincoln garb. Take one day off and the phone fucking goes off.
Would you like to see what happened?
Love to.
Here's what happened. Hello. What's your name?
My name is Abraham Lincoln.
Quite a bushy beard, Mr. President.
I'm known for having a big, long beard.
No offense, you look a bit like Osama bin Laden.
What?
See, I would associate you more with a kind of top hat.
Yep. But if I go like this...
Looks kind of Russian. Sir, your mic might not be on. I can't hear you.
You've caught me at an unusual time. I was just on my way to the theater to watch a show with my wife.
Oh, well, that's actually pretty good timing. I wouldn't go to that show if I was you.
I wouldn't get in the car.
Why wouldn't you go to the show? I've heard fantastic things.
I'd love to hear some of your famous quotes.
80 years ago, I had a dream.
Wow. We've got another person joining us.
How are you? 40 years. It's me. I love slavery. I hate slavery.
It sounded like you said you loved slavery.
No, I don't. It's the complete opposite. Let me pay for this costume I just got. Oh no! Oh, my card's declined. Oh no! Okay, let me just use this fandangled contraption.
We have another person joining the call. Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Abraham Lincoln, bro. I'm dead.
Oh, spooky.
I'd still be alive, but John Booth killed me.
Abraham Lincoln wearing headphones. I believe you're in the background of one of the other Abraham's camera right now.
Why, if it isn't myself?
Oh.
Wow. What are the odds? Did you guys shop at the same store?
Well, of course we shop at the same store. We're the same person.
Sorry, there's another person joining the call. Oh.
Who is that?
Whereabouts are you right now?
The viaduct, sir.
Right.
Just been having a bit of a lunch.
Oh.
Who's going to the theater tonight? Well, I just got knocked out of it by the gentleman in the bow tie.
This is very awkward because I've got 5 different people claiming to be Abraham Lincoln.
Well, we all know who the real Abraham Lincoln is. I would like to see the Abraham Lincoln with the orange cone wave with 2 hands.
Wow, That was quite something. David, I want to know what happened with the card declining there.
I ran into Look Sharp. I got dressed, didn't pay for it, got there, it declined, and then I had to get onto my phone, get into my bank app while this woman was staring at a brown Abe Lincoln, transfer some money, pay for it.
David and I had actually just had lunch together in Wellington and gone our separate ways when the phones went off. And so I sprinted to Look Sharp and very sweaty, I was talking to this woman. I said, "You got anything like Abe Lincoln?" And she's sort of like, "Oh, vaguely," and then put together this costume. And then I came outside, and then not 2 minutes later, a very sweaty David would have run in, picked out exactly the same costume.
Laura, yours was quite Osama bin Laden, wasn't it?
Yes, but the task was first person to join the call. So, actually, I think I put in too much effort.
She was unbelievably fast, 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
Wow.
OK, so how do the points stack up?
1 point Matt, 2 points Ursula, 3 points David, 4 points Guy, and 5 points for Laura Daniel.
Congratulations, Laura. Well, let's head to the stage for our final task of the night. OK, a bare bones task. Would you like to give that to David to read, maybe?
David, please read this task.
Taking turns, name a celebrity. Your celebrity's name must start with the last letter of the previously named celebrity. You cannot name a celebrity that has already been named. You have 10 seconds to name your celebrity. If you do not name one, you will be eliminated. If Jeremy has not heard of your celebrity, you have a further 10 seconds to convince him they are famous. If you do not convince him, you are eliminated. Last contestant standing wins.
So, for example, Paul Williams, the S is the next celebrity.
Oh.
Yes.
Can they be fictional characters or are they all real people?
Jeremy?
Well, I think they can be fictional characters as long as they're famous in their fictional world.
How well do you know Yu-Gi-Oh?
Is that his first or second name?
We're going to start at this end with David.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Xavier Rush, the former Auckland rugby player.
H?
H.
Harry Potter.
Peter Plumley Walker. What? You haven't heard of Peter Plumley Walker?
No, Harry Potter ended in an R using Peter Plumley Walker. You're eliminated.
So, can I pick a new celebrity now, or...?
Yes.
OK. Sean Penn.
Neil Diamond.
David Correos.
Oh, thank you.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Raquel Welch.
Harry Styles.
Sean William Scott.
Tina Turner.
Ronald McDonald.
Donald Trump.
Oh, no. Oh, Petra Bagast.
Is that a T?
T.
Therese... Tom Hanks.
Sean Connery.
Yolanda Be Cool. They're a band. They're a DJ.
I've never heard of Yolanda Be Cool.
How do you feel, Jeremy?
No, I can't accept that. I've never heard of Yolanda Be Cool.
Sorry, David. Guy Montgomery.
Pink.
Kerry Hilson.
Naomi Campbell.
Lionel Messi.
Isabel Lucas. Home and Away, Transformers, Hot Little Blonde thing.
Simon Dello.
William Wallace.
Edgar Wright.
Tom Cruise.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Aaron Simpson.
Nicolas Cage.
Elon Musk.
Kimberly Crossman.
I don't know. I've just gone blank.
Great effort.
Back to Guy, our final two.
Kim Cattrall.
Laura Daniel.
Who's that?
Hey.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Lex Luthor.
Ronald Weasley. Well, if you've heard of Harry Potter.
Yeah, but Harry's famous. Was Ronald Weasley famous in that world?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Young Lean. He's a rapper and he's 10 times more famous than Ronald fucking Weasley.
I don't know.
I got nothing. It's an outrage, but I've got nothing. Yellow. Yellow. The colour yellow.
Right, Laura. Come on down. Let's score it. Welcome back on, everyone. How do we go with the scores there, Paul?
1 point for Matt, 2 points for David, 3 points for Ursula, 4 points for Guy, and 5 points for Laura Daniel.
So where does that live task leave us for the overall standings for the series?
With a 4-point lead, with 103 points, Laura Daniel.
All right, so what about tonight's episode? Episode 6, who's the winner?
The winner of tonight's episode, with 21 points, Guy Montgomery.
Congratulations, Guy. Head on up. What an enthralling hour we've spent together tonight. We've destroyed rocking chairs. We've torn reputations to shreds. I'm looking at you, Matt Heath. And we reanimated the same dead president 5 times. But at Taskmaster, we can lift people up faster than we tear them down. The main takeaway from tonight is that our winner is Guy Montgomery. We'll see you next time.
Now for the biggest bargain of them all, an episode full of tasks on free-to-air television.
Ow! No!
I love them so much.
Am I going to have to use my fucking wits for this? I hate that!
For more Taskmaster, subscribe now.